The glitz and glamour of Monte Carlo is the setting for the fourth round of the Formula One World Championship. The infamous twisty circuit around the streets of Monaco and the party atmosphere attracts stars and celebrities from around the world. Melinda Messenger, Jeff Goldblum and Val Kilmer were all there, joined by the local royalty, Prince Albert of Monaco. Mika Salo is again substituting for the injured Zonta, partnering Jacques Villeneuve at BAR, although most of the Finnish support is for Mika Häkkinen, who starts on pole for the second year in a row. There's no lack of support for Michael Schumacher either, who lines up on the front row less than 1/10 of a second slower. David Coulthard starts third after problems in practice. But the circuit's characteristics will suit the Ferrari, with Michael Schumacher at the wheel. Lights out, and the race gets underway. Häkkinen and Schumacher are side by side as they approach the first turn. The Germans through, and Eddie Irvine's past Coulthard for third. A terrific start for the Ferrari drivers. Schumacher's already beginning to pull out a gap to Häkkinen in second. Irvine's third, Coulthard's fourth, Barrichello's fifth, and Frentzen sixth. Down to the chicane, and Hill dives up the inside of Ralf Schumacher, and they've collided. Damon's out on the spot, but Ralf is able to continue. It's the Englishman's third retirement of the year. Häkkinen's beginning to drop back a little now. Irvine in the second Ferrari is keeping the Finn under pressure, with DC still in touch. Schumacher's now over 7 seconds in front of the battle for second. Coulthard has a problem. There's smoke pouring from the back of the McLaren, and the Scotsman could be in serious trouble. There's concern on the pit wall. The problem sounds terminal. Johnny Herbert's race is over, the Stewart driver's fourth successive retirement. David Coulthard's managed to limp back to the pits. It's the Scotsman's third retirement out of 4, leaving his championship aspirations in tatters. That's Mika Salo into the tyre barrier and out of the race. Mika Häkkinen's gone straight on, heading down the hill to Mirabeau, sliding on Tagagi's dropped oil. He's kept the engine alive, but with Schumacher disappearing into the distance, this little incident could cost the McLaren driver dear. Eddie Irvine from 20 seconds behind is now right with the McLaren, putting the Finn under pressure and challenging for second place. Heinz-Harald Frenzen's having another good race, lying 5th behind Rubens Barrichello. The Germans matching the Brazilians' times lap for lap. Häkkinen's in for his one and only stop of the race. The McLaren mechanics do a good job, but not good enough to stop Eddie Irvine moving up to second, pushing Mika down to third. And off at the old station hairpin. It's Ralf Schumacher into the barrier, ending what has been an uncompetitive race for Williams. The flags are out and Michael Schumacher has to take evasive action. But nevertheless, the Ferrari driver leads this race convincingly. Rubens Barrichello's in trouble. That's a heavy shunt into the tyre wall, the result of more suspension problems for the Stewart team. A frustrating finish to the Brazilians' race so close to the end. And the end it is, as Michael Schumacher crosses the line to notch up his 4th victory in Monaco and Ferrari's first 1-2 in the Principality.
We have as well an intensive test program up to Barcelona, and we expect some development to happen there. We want to have a car which beats the others on all circuits, and we're in a good way, good direction. And if I remember back to Melbourne, there were a lot of people not expecting what we are doing right now. Maybe they don't expect other things as well. Us, yes.
Michael Schumacher's second win in a row has given the Ferrari team plenty to celebrate as they go to Spain. Heinz-Harald Frentzen records his third top 6 finish of the year, with the 2 Benetton drivers, Fisichella and Wirtz, both in the points. After 4 races, Michael Schumacher leads the driver's title with 26 points. Irvine second, 8 points adrift, but 4 points clear of Häkkinen. Ferrari lead the Constructors' Championship with 44 points, 24 more than McLaren in second. Jordan lie third.
Some drive this, some drive that, and I drive the Ferrari.
Michael Schumacher's weekend did not start as well as it ended. This incident on Saturday morning not only lost him valuable track time, but also put his race car out of action for qualifying.
At the moment, it's not possible to repair, and Michael started with a T-car.
But as is typical of the man, he was straight on the pace during the qualifying session. The Ferrari particularly suited to this circuit, and he appeared to have pole position. Controversy lay ahead when Häkkinen snatched pole under yellow flags.
I lift my arm up to slow down a little bit. I saw the situation 100%. It was everything under control.
To be honest, I will be surprised if it stays the order as it is now, because yellow flags is yellow flags, and we'll see what happens later.
Mika Häkkinen's lap was allowed to stand and he kept pole position, but the Finn didn't have it all his own way when Schumacher beat him off the line.
Saw Mika having wheel spin initially and struggling a bit, and actually he tried to move over to make it difficult to me, but he was clever enough not to make it too close, otherwise we would have crashed.
Once ahead, Michael Schumacher was never passed, leading convincingly to the end. The Ferrari driver cruised to his 35th victory.
Monaco is a very special place, and it's one of these Grand Prix you want to win because it's so unusual and so special, and that's great achievement.
Stewart's weekend was far from great, as the same mechanical failure accounted for both their cars during the race. Johnny Herbert was the first victim on lap 32.
Well, it seems that we have a suspension failure. It's a bit of a shame. It was, again, a bit too early for me.
Rubens Barrichello had been looking good for points.
5 laps to go. I was quite happy with 5th already when the suspension let me down.
This is the second year in succession that the Brazilian has retired from the Monaco Grand Prix with suspension failure, and it was a bitter disappointment for the team.
I was over the swimming pool corners when we lost the suspension, and I spun and I crashed.
Monte Carlo is home to the rich and famous, many of whom visited the Grand Prix. Prince Albert of Monaco was joined by other royals and celebrities from the world of sport, entertainment, and the Milan catwalks.